Shalom, and welcome to Bible Stories as Blueprints of the Soul, your Biblical Hebrew podcast. Shalom, and welcome to our Biblical Hebrew podcast. Today I would like to speak to you about one verse from Exodus 15:25. After the sons of Israel are crossing Yam Suf, they walk 3 days in the desert of Shur, and they reach a place called Marah, bitter. They want to drink the water, but the water are bitter. So they complain in front of Moses. And Moses cries in front of the Lord, and the Lord showed him a tree. He cast the tree into the water, and the water are sweetened, and the sons of Israel can drink the water. This story about the sweetening of the water is not historical story. It's not also magical story. There are no magics here. But what is the story really about? To see the secret behind the story, we have to look into 2 words. One of them is cried in Hebrew, or shout, which is tza'ak, tza'ak. And the second word in Hebrew is a tree, etz. Once we look through those 2 words in Hebrew, we have a new perspective about the reality behind the verse. The verb tza'ak, which means in English to cry or to call, is written in Hebrew with 3 letters: tzadi, ayin, kof. Tza'ak, tza'ak. He cried. He shouted. The cry of Moses in this verse is not external, is not a cry that comes out of the mouth to the world, like people shout in sports game. The cry is inside of his heart. It's inner shout. It's inner cry, inwardly cry. The word tza'ak has a value of 260. For the letter tzadi is 90, the letter ayin is 70, together they make 160, and the volume of the letter kof is 100, so altogether the volume of the verb tza'ak, cried or shout, is 260. 260 is the volume of the 10 times the tetragrammaton. The tetragrammaton is the name of God with 4 letters: Yod, He, Vav, He. And the volume of the tetragrammaton is 26. And 10 times 26 is 260. Like the verb tza'ak, cried, called, shouted in English. So when a person cries inside of him, ask for help, immediately comes a response. And the response from the Lord is a tree. The word tree is written in Hebrew with 2 letters, ayin and tzadi sofit. Ayin has the volume of 70, tzadi sofit has the volume of 90. Together they make 160. If you write those 2 words parallel to each other, you will see that the only difference between the verb tza'ak, cried, and the word tree, etz, is the letter Kof, which has the value of 100, and in little numbers it is 1, because the zeros are not numbers. So, in other words, what I want to say is that when we cry inside of our hearts, we turn to the source of everything, which is the Tetragrammaton in his 10 spheres, the tree of life. And our turning inside of our heart directs us back again to the tree of life. And once we have the perspective of the tree of life in the water, which the water is time, we can see clearly. We have a better perspective. We can drink from those waters. When we look at life, it's pleasant, it's sweet. We have a clear horizon. And this is what the verse here means by calling or crying for the Lord. Once we call inside of the heart, immediately we get a response, a direct response from the tree of life, which is installed inside of us. So all what we need is to call. This was our little conversation for today. We wish you a beautiful day and wonderful week. Thank you for listening to Bible Stories as Blueprints of the Soul. We hope that you enjoyed this episode. If you have any questions, comments, or would like to hear more about a certain topic, just write us an email to hebrew@learnoutlive.com. We are always happy to hear from you. For more episodes, videos, and articles like this, please visit our website at hebrew.learnoutlive.com. We also would like to invite you to join our live classes. Just search for Online College of Biblical Hebrew on Facebook and start learning now with students from all over the world. Koltuv and Shalom.